fcghost. Oh, hey guys, fcghost here. You guys are great at sneaking up on me. I'm just finishing up an email to Activision. This is the 12th one this week. I keep saying we want another Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock Part 2, but they keep saying the game kind of had really bad sales. Sadly, they are right. It only reached 500k sales compared to everything else. One thing I do know is the game itself was great. Check out my review on the game on the review playlist. But who is the best? Let's talk about it. Okay, so before I start this is based on my own opinion. So leave in the comments what you think and leave your own list. The listing is going off of 4 different categories: the song list of each warrior, the warrior's final form, the warrior's power, and the warrior's overall venue. Let's get started. Number 8 goes to Judy. Judy gets the short end of the stick. So first off, Judy has a good set list. However, it's not the set list that put her in last place. It's everything else. The set list had some good songs like Bohemian Rhapsody, How You Remind Me, and No Way Back. Judy's power is crowd hyper, which means as long as your rock meter is maxed in the green, you will continue to get extra stars. The problems with that is new players will have a tough time getting her stars if they can't stay in the green, and in Quick Play Plus, it's basically doesn't really help you at all. Moving on to her final form, the only thing I can say is she looks like a goth that had a bad day. She looks good, don't get me wrong, but for a Warrior of Rock, she doesn't look intimidating at all, and it doesn't look like she went through at all any really real changes. Lastly, Judy's venue starts out great with her coming out of the fire and you getting all hyped up, but after that, it's just a normal stage, nothing more. Going off of that is number 7, Lars. Lars's venue just isn't fun. It looks like a venue you'd see in a Guitar Hero game, but doesn't do anything extra like most of the others. It's cool he controls the crowd at the beginning, but just like Judy, the intro is the only cool part. Lars does have one of the best set lists, which includes super heavy and solo heavy songs like Ties That Bind, I'm Broken, and Hard to See. Lars's final form is honestly one of the laziest warrior designs. He basically just changes clothes and gains a scary pig head. It isn't original and it's just super boring. It looks like it was also rushed. His power is the same as his final form. Boring. Multiplier extender makes your max multiplier times 6 instead of times 4. If you make a mistake, it just takes forever to bring it back up, and with this hard set list, it's not a good power to give to him. Number 6 is Johnny. Johnny is my favorite character since punk music is one of my all-time favorite genres. However, I was kind of disappointed with the set list. Don't get me wrong, it has some good songs from the set list, from Twisted Sister and The Runaways. But couldn't they have more punk songs like Green Day? It could have been better, but it also could have been worse. His venue looks and works for him since it's a bar and we all know punks love to drink. #stereotype. So it really fits his personality. His power is Speed Freak, which gives you stars if the multiplier stays high. It's good for experienced players, but not for new players. It is also not really original. But I guess you need to have a few terrible powers to have a few good ones. This final form is great when he disappears and reappears on the stage, but he only gains spikes throughout his body and some sharp teeth. It would have been cool to see him disappear and reappear like his intro to his new form in the encore song, or further in story, or even anywhere else except for the end intro or the outro. Ranking it at number 5 is Pandora. My favorite set list of them all, but it's not good enough to give her the top spot. Her set list is great with songs like Dance Dance, The Feel Good Drag, and I'm Not Okay, I Promise. When I first played her set list, I wanted to play them all, and there were really no terrible songs. Her venue was great. It looked like a winter tundra, and the colors really matched her final form. She looked like a winter tundra queen, being the master of ice. Her design looked decent, but not super amazing or to hit, a home run. Her power, Star Power Nova, gave you a 6 times multiplier instead of a 2 times multiplier when using Star Power. The problem is, with this, it only lasts when you have Star Power, and for newcomers, if they can get Star Power. Even with experienced players, it's only activated 1 to 4 times during a song. All the other powers feel like it's always happening. This one is cool, but it's only cool when it's in use, which is only 1/4 of the time while playing the set list. Number 4 is Casey. Almost made it to the top 3, but fell a little bit short. Her set list is brilliant, and I love the encore song Renegade by Styx. Her stage isn't always to write home about, so I can't really speak beautifully about it. Her power does make up for it. Street Guardian gives you a shield, so if you overstrum or miss a note, so it helps newcomers and experienced players keep their streak going. Her final form makes her look like a viper. She sheds her skin and looks like she could have done that any time, but overall she looks cool in the end. Number 3 is Axel. Axel was my favorite character back when I first started playing this game in 2005, so there was no doubt he would make it this far. His setlist was great to end on a high note before beating the beast, with great songs like Backcountry, Jet City Woman, and You Can Still Rock in America. His stage went with his personality and had a mummy taste to it. His venue brings you to his final form being sucked into a coffin and turned into a scary mummy ready to rock. Also, his true power is a true blessing. Resurrector lets you earn crosses by gaining stars. These crosses save you from failing, and if you have them left over at the end of the song, they give you extra stars. It helps new players by staying in the game, and it also helps experienced players gain more stars at the end. Number 2 is Austin. Second place was close to first. Austin's venue was amazing and was never done before. He is playing in his house and looks like a museum and there's no crowd. So it feels nice to just listen to the music this whole time you play with him. His power is also on the strong side too. His power is Star Power Amplifier, which makes you all of your Star Power earned ×2 and later ×4. For new players or players going for high scores, this power will make you unstoppable once Star Power is earned, and it will help you out rough parts in some songs. Austin's final form is an all-time favorite. His head is non-existent and is chained to his jeans. His head is a scary pumpkin and gives off a really good horror vibe. It'd be intimidated by him for sure. Lastly, his setlist is what kept him from the first slot. His setlist was way too boring and made me play him last on the quest mode. The only songs worth playing was Burning for You and Fortunate Son. And number 1, everyone could see this coming. I don't know if everybody saw it coming, but I knew I saw it coming. Echo. When I first played this game, I saw her light up and she didn't look familiar. I found out she was a new character and she looked awesome from the start. Ever since then, she was the best warrior in my opinion. Going off her set list, she had Linkin Park, The Vines, Flyleaf, and The Hives. Her power was Star Power Generator, which meant every 10 notes you played, you gained 5% of your star power. I used this power in Quick Play Plus to gain all of the high scores, and for all of my friends that were new to Guitar Hero, gaining star power was easy when waiting to gain it through phrases. Her venue was full of machines and electricity, which went with her personality. Lastly, her final form turned her into a living cyborg, and damn was it awesome when I finally unlocked it. This being my favorite Guitar Hero, it was rough putting them in order from worst to best, because I had to really think this through. Overall, I love them all, but going into full detail, you can tell some of them really needed work, and the set list needed better song suggestions. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going back to death threats for Activision. I have your daughter. You must meet my demands by making a Warriors of Rock Part 2, or she gets it. With love, FC Ghost.